Morning, Jason.
Morning, how are you?
Good. Good morning, Roberta. Can you hear me?
Good morning, Gordon. How are you?
Doing fine. Yourself? Good.
I'm doing well, thank you.
Great.
Good morning.
Morning, Ed.
How are
Whoa.
you all?
Ed,
Wonderful day of sunshine in the liquid form.
Yes. That's good.
that's all right. My driveway needed washed.
Yeah.
Back of my truck's getting very washed out.
Morning, Harry. Are you
Morning.
on the road?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Hey, Doug.
Morning, everybody.
Morning,
Hey,
Doug.
Where's Harry at, on a boat? Harry, you on a boat?
Harry.
It's gonna look like you in a cabin cruiser. He's out in the ocean somewhere.
I'm on a short leash going to get a haircut.
Yeah, I'm sure you look like you probably need one.
I don't know where that was.
Yeah.
Sounded good.
We got a new member. Roberta is going to be representing Sky Valley Country Club. It's a wonderful addition.
Yes.
Thank you, Harry.
I met Roberta when I was up there. Yes. Look
Yes,
forward to having you.
I look forward to being with y'all. It's a good group.
Fantastic. Is Jim Curtis online yet? Jason?
Oh, let's see. Myself, Doug, Gordon, Harry, Roberta, Ed, Karen, and Jamie. That's who's on now.
Jim's bird watching.
Yeah. That's good. Well, why don't we go ahead and start the meeting? I'd like to be on time, and Jim will hopefully get on here. Let's start the meeting. Karen, you're online?
Yes, sir.
Right, wonderful, wonderful. Well, first want to say as welcome again. It's raining here in Sky Valley, but it's beautiful, lush and green. First item is that our mayor cannot attend the meeting today. She is at an intergovernmental meeting with mayors, and I guess they'll be talking to various things, and she sends her regrets. First item on the agenda, I guess, be approval of minutes. Has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes? And if
Yes.
so, I'm sorry. Hello, Jamie. Good morning, Jamie.
Hey, I'm having trouble, so I'm working on trying to get in. So just go ahead with it.
We see you and hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, well, I finally got to where I can hear you, but I'm still kind of messing with it. So I did read the minutes. They looked good to me.
Very good. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Okay, is there a second?
Second,
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Motion approved. Okay, very good. I guess the first item in our agenda, again, welcoming Roberta. Thank you, Roberta.
Thank you, Gordon.
For very well graciously accepting. Of course, Roberta, as Harry says, will be representing the Sky Valley Country Club. Let's get right into the marketing update deck. Doug, you're second on the agenda.
I don't mind being second.
Okay, I hear you. Yeah.
I don't
Probably
mind
the
being-
only
Okay,
time I'll be first before you, Doug.
Yes.
No, Roberta.
Yeah.
You don't know what, see, once we hook you in, Roberta, you'll be here by yourself.
I'm
Next
working my
month,
way down the agenda.
yeah, it'll be, each one of us kind of falls out, and then all of a sudden you'll say, hey, Gordon, it's just me and you. Well, okay, well, go with the minutes.
Good.
All right, let's get started here. Hey, I sent everybody a August report on what we've been doing, and hope y'all have got to look at the Ohio, Michigan, Indiana golf journals that Fred has done for us. And this is extremely huge. I've been trying to think this morning if we've done anything bigger than this. We probably have not. This is what I have told you many times, that trying to get media people here is absolutely the best thing we can do for the price. And Fred is a great guy up in the Midwest, very well known across the golf media world, and does a great job. And Mike May, who most of y'all have met, who was up there a couple of years ago, or maybe last year, he's starting to help Fred with Indiana. So it's the same magazine, which is a great idea, fantastic, because it just cuts his costs, but it goes all to different audiences, as I put in there. So each one of them, you know, if you saw, has the cover in Sky Valley written down at the bottom on the cover, and then you go to the pages inside, and he's just done a great job of reporting on what he saw. And this is something that just adds a lot. This is, he gets to touch it, feel it, see it, and experience everything. And that way they can write about it. They can talk more about it. They can talk to other media people about it. Like I said, he saw this through what other things that we had done, and he had reached out to me and said, hey, I would love to get up to Sky Valley the next time I'm in the area, which again, somebody like that's hard to do. I have had him down here before doing other things years ago. So it's just a great experience. So we certainly want to use this to our benefit. This is, and some of the things we probably need to look at doing is things like this probably need to be put in a section on the website where it's past media, wherever we can put it. I'm not sure where people might not understand something, but they certainly can read about it. So we need to talk about what we could do there, because we want to drive people to the website, but we want them to be able to find out as much information about it. Certainly the pictures tell 1,000 words, to do a cliche there, but we want people to be able to read about it. So I think, you know, picking one of these would be fantastic. Now, the second half of this is something that's new that Fred has just started. Fred has had a podcast that I have been a part of for a while. And it's, you know, where you can just go online and listen to it. Now, what Fred did with Harry's interview that we set up is fantastic. And I want to talk to Fred about doing more of these. This is, Harry did a great job. The editing back and forth, if you got to watch it, if you haven't, please take time to look at it. It's just really informative, great questions. He throws in some pictures there, and when he's talking, it cuts to him. When Harry's talking, it cuts to him. So that's some definitely editorial that he has taken and put this. But then to put it into a live, you know, online feed is just perfect. So we definitely want to grab this video and put this also somewhere on the website that, you know, would be just, again, perfect for people to read. These two things also will be things that I can use because I can do so much, but to have, you know, something like this where we can, and I can grab the I believe 3 pages and put that in different things that we promote and send out. I send out to, I don't tell you guys everything I do because it would be a, you know, ongoing thing. I usually just tell you the main important things, but I always send out information to the media people so they can see what we're doing. Something like this will grab their attention One, because it's, you know, Midwest, it's very important. It's in 3 different magazines. And so this is really, really cool. So we want to be able to use this going forward as much as we can. We don't want to just report it out there. And like I wrote in there, it's you know, went out to over 250,000 people, and Georgia gets a lot of people from the Midwest that come down, and from trips to real estate to whatever, all the things that we, you know, need and want. This is type stuff that we're doing, certainly from the Midwest. And I don't have a clue. I mean, I can go and ask a few people, if you put something like this in 3 magazines and along with a video, you know, what would you charge? I put down 15,000. You know, if you just went out and said, hey, this is what we want to buy from you, Fred, how much it's going to cost? I would think it's probably more than 15,000. So certainly, well, like I wrote there, worth the small cost. We put them up to and feed them, and take them around and show them everything. So this is certainly a great deal. Came up for the Super Seniors event earlier this month, and that the Georgia State Golf Association had, and I talked to their representative who had not met. There's quite a few people in the Georgia State Golf Association. If you go to their website, and they have all kind of things. Now, what really caught my surprise was, as I write in here, that he had been with the association for 19 years, and he had never been to Sky Valley. Now, granted, there's a lot of golf courses around Georgia, and these guys can't get to them all, but Sky Valley certainly is something that people need to know about, and this is what we're doing. And so he was very impressed. Harry, I believe Harry told me he was going to go talk to him, whether he did or not, but afterwards, but he was very impressed. Loved the golfers. I talked to a few of the golfers as they were getting off the course, and never been there. Loved it. 75 degrees, and even back down where I live, it's, you know, it was 90 something that day. He would definitely go back and tell others about this. And so that's the things we want to do with having these type events, because these guys came from, one guy I know I talked to came from Peachtree City. So this is what we were trying to do. And if nothing else, he tells somebody else, and the word just goes around. So these are fantastic type events, and we want to do more of them. There's also another section called the Georgia PGA, which Steve is a Georgia PGA member, and so it's 2 different things: pros, which are your pros like Steve, and or the association, which are members that anybody can join. So 2 big outfits here in Georgia. A lot of states don't even have 1 association, and we have 2. So that's fantastic. They both do a great job. So we want to be able to talk to the Georgia PGA, and I have reached out to them as well. And so, when I talked to him, I said, hey, would love to talk to you, because they have all kind of events, from junior events to ladies events to other men's events. And so it would be, you know, great for them, certainly because, again, of the weather. They all appreciated the information packs. One guy after the round was looking for it. I didn't get one. You know, I want to make sure I get one. So I thought that was, you know, he'd seen that everybody else had one and he didn't have one. So met with Howard, sat down and had lunch with Howard. And we talked about, which was fantastic, as I put in there too, you know, sitting outside at the back of the clubhouse, you know, 75, watching them play golf, no humidity. And I'm like, man, this is perfect. And this is the message we're trying to, you know, certainly reach as part of our message. So, but we came up, we talked about some different things that we could do, media days, that we could invite media people from around the area, and not just in Rayburn, but other places where we get them up there and, maybe get 15 or 20. So it really wasn't involved too much, but then they go back and write about it. So that was just one of the things we talked about. So Howard and I are going to continue to follow through with that. I got a new article coming out. As you know, I have to plan this months in advance, at least weeks in advance. So I have a new article coming out about North Georgia golf, which includes, 3 other places. I think Innsbruck there in Helen, Brasstown, Currey, and you guys. And so it's just an added benefit where people can, read about, hey, what else can I do? Golfers want to play other places. So this is just something that we've been able to put in, which will be exciting. Sending out the email blast, which is fine. Again, we're still trying to get it when people open their computer and they see something from Sky Valley, which it comes from Sky Valley. It does not come from Doug Hollingsworth or my company. So it would see it came from Sky Valley. And now that we have a new ad that I know we're going to talk about, which looks great. It's great. I showed Steve the pictures. So he was excited to see his photos in there, and so congratulations to Jamie on that. And working on a couple of other radio shows that are wanting guests, and so we just want to work on that. And I've got a call in to both of them to see when we can get either our famous radio interview, how you say that, interviewer, her interviewee, whatever, Miss Jamie, that would maybe come on and do that for us again, or Harry or whoever. Maybe we should get Gordon on one day so he knows what we're doing. That might be good. But so that's good. Doing some social media stuff every month, every week, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, promoting Sky Valley. Just yesterday I did one about the Sky Valley and the mountains of North Georgia, certainly for this fall, and we're certainly promoting this fall. Steve and I are coming back up in September, start working on some more fall things to be photographed. We'll be doing a lot in October, and the key word here is trying to catch that peak season of a week and a half or so. So it comes and goes so fast, but so a lot of good things are continuing to happen. It's exciting to, as I've told you before, to see other people, recognize what we have there and go from there. So got some other things in the works, and that's it for me.
Doug, the article from Fred was outstanding. He really captured his visit. The feelings, the mountain friendliness. Certainly you could feel that through it. He's an excellent writer.
Yeah,
how you guys felt about it.
He's very good, and like I said, his reputation really precedes itself. And with his combination podcast magazine that comes out monthly and more than one, he really has a lot of power. So
I agree.
I will tell him y'all like.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I agree with Gordon. It was really good.
If I wasn't already here, that article would make me want to come see if what he said was really true. And I
Yes.
think that anybody who came here would find out that he did not exaggerate. I thought it was a great article. And I love the interview with Howard, switching back from him to the pictures of the course as he was talking about it, and that I thought that was a great interview.
Doug, how did you feed the photos that came in? I guess through Steve, so he had them. Obviously, Fred didn't take the photos. How did you work that out?
That's a good question, and I'm not sure. When I noticed that I hadn't thought about it since then, and I don't know if I just, certainly Steve sends me some, maybe that's what I did. Steve sends me some to look at. Hey, what do you think about this? Here's 3. I know when he was taking fall pictures last year, he said, hey, here you go, here's some. And so I just capture them and keep them, just to have, it's just a few, so I'm sure that's probably what I did. I just sent them directly to him and say, here you go, pull, what you need out of that, and go from there. So that's instant, because I know Steve didn't send him anything. We didn't do anything for y'all, so that's
Great.
probably what happened.
Okay, thanks you for the report. Let's go into the next item is welcome bags for the Mid-South Senior and GGS golf groups. Jamie got involved in this. Jamie, would you tell us what you did and what was the contents of the welcome bags, please?
I got something from the club, which was a short 1-page about the membership of the club, and also had them make a card so that each person could put their name on and check a box, if they wanted further information, give them that information. I had a package in there from the Rabun County Chamber of Commerce, which included restaurants, things to do, several of the waterfalls, and just a nice package that they did for us. We had a sticker. We had a sticker. We were out of stickers, so asked Ford Rabun if they would pay for the stickers again, and they did pay for us to get another round of 500 of the Sky Valley Oval stickers, which went into each bag. The remainder of those stickers, some were left at the pro shop for Steve to give out, and then the remainder are at the city for those to be given out there. I had 2 real estate guides, tried for the third one, but never did get a response. So I had something in there for the main two real estate companies that work in Sky Valley. We had the club provided a golf club, a stamped Sky Valley Golf Club and a stamped poker chip. And golf ball, what did I say?
Club.
Oh, the club presented a golf ball and a poker chip. I think that was about it. We were able to get a rust job on those stickers. We put them in the clear bags, which I think worked out okay. Probably not the best thing. So for future use, maybe we might want to work on something to have and do it ahead of time, so we're not in a time crunch, because all this happened in a time crunch. So I had to really talk to Happy Jack to get those stickers made, but it turned out well.
Jamie, I want to thank you. You took on the project and run with. You spent a lot of time on it, but thank you. And you stopped them, gathered all the information, put it into the bags. And then I also want to thank Roberta for handing them out. I thought that was a nice touch, Roberta. Maybe you can tell about the GSGA. You wanted to personally hand them out, and then I personally handed them out for the Mid-South. But go ahead, tell us about what you did, please.
Okay. Well, what we did is there was question. Jamie did an excellent job, I have to say. And about the bags, I love the bags with the snap top, because there were things in there that could fall out, like the golf ball and the chips and that sort of thing. So to be able to seal those bags instead of just having them loose, I like that. I thought the bags were good, but I agree with Jamie that maybe we need to look at perhaps having some pre-printed ones that are ready for us and are not just a clear plastic, actually has something about City of Sky Valley on the bag. But anyway, that we can work on that. We had talked about how to distribute the bags, and it was suggested that we could just put them in the carts. And I just thought that was a little impersonal. So we got Tuesday morning and went down there and met them all and met all the golfers as they came in. And I think they really appreciated a personal welcome. You know, we chatted with some of them where they were from, talked about Sky Valley and all that. So I just like the personal touch rather than just it truly. And we quit calling them goodie bags. We started calling them welcome bags. And all of them who received them were very appreciative of it. So, and Jamie did an awesome job in getting them together. I can't thank her enough for what she did there. And we had about 85 golfers that came in that day. The day before was rainy and some of the members had come early to do a practice round and were not able to do that, but they came on Tuesday morning ready to go and the weather was good enough. It was a good golf day for them. So we were very pleased with that. And this is the first time that the Golf Association had a men's tournament here. The women of that group had a tournament here before, but this was the first time for the men. So I'm hoping they'll come back. I really do. I think that they were welcomed well, and I think they had a good time. So I'm very pleased with the turnout of that.
I have to say, for the Mid-South Senior, I handed them out in the same very positive, talking to him, thanking him for visiting Sky Valley, playing golf, and the response was just very warm and positive. Yes, and of course something I think we should continue doing next year. Look at it. Possibly we have different contents next year, but great. Again, thanks, Jamie, and of course Roberta for your
And
involvement.
if I can say one more time, I
Yes,
want to
Jen.
again thank the marketing committee for contributing to both of those events for the country club. We really appreciate the endorsement that way.
Very good. Thanks. Okay, the next item is the website update. Jason and Jamie, you want to start off, Jason?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Debbie had given some a great outline as far as I think some of the final touches are for the Visit Sky Valley website that has been given to the Lawsons, and they are in the process of doing that now. Mike is also doing calendar updates and things like that as we receive those. And so the website is always a work in progress, and even our city site. And so the Lawsons, they're doing I think a great job helping us with that. So especially in light of the fact that we don't have our communication person to help out with this, with everything else they got going on.
Jamie,
Yeah,
you might add. Go ahead.
I do think it's really coming along. It looks much better. We've gotten the activities and the restaurants. Those pages are looking good. And as time allows, I'll be working on content for the life side of Sky Valley portion to it. That's kind of still an outline. And there are things, if you click the links, that you can go to, but that will continue to improve kind of as time allows there. So I think that's it.
Great. What about the comments from Doug previously about the articles from Fred? Is that something?
Yes, I definitely, there is supposed to be a media section at least when it's all said and done. So I made a note, to make sure that I don't forget to find a place, and that'll probably come under the Life of Sky Valley section, which is kind of in progress now. So I definitely think that's a great idea, and we'll make sure that happens.
And hey, Jamie, we've got, certainly other articles that we've had done that we can add to that. And what looks good when somebody, certainly I look at other places like that. And if I see all these articles written about that particular place, it just adds value to that place. So
yeah,
we want to, so when you're ready, we can do that. And it would be the same thing, just be links and people can click on and go right to the pages, whatever the article is, and going from there. So easy enough to do. So
Sounds good. Definitely needs to be done. We need to include those.
Jason, I guess in terms of that, you're looking to hire, is there any closer, or what's the status of that? Someone to help you out on the website?
It's
Generally.
just Gordon, it's just a tight job market like everybody else is experiencing. We've ran the ad several times in the newspaper. We've had it up on Ford Raven. We've had it on some other state governmental type sites. I've had a couple. I did interview a lady. Really wasn't probably a good fit. I'll just leave it at that. But I'm most of my focus on the website stuff. I've been letting the Lawsons kind of do the visit stuff. I've been trying to focus on obviously the governmental site the best I can, but I still think it's a great position. We can just find the right person, somebody that loves social media and can take the time to do it right, and willing to learn. And so we're still at it, but yeah, it's just a tight job market. And I'll just kind of leave it at that.
Excuse me, Jason, I probably need to run this by marketing as well as the city. And Jason, I was going to talk to you about it, but I think I mentioned that I had someone that I knew that might be a temporary person to help just mainly get the life side of Sky Valley, that portion of it, help me get it finished. I don't have hours and hours to work on it, so I really need help to get that finished. Anyway, I've talked to her, got a response from her. She wants to know what it involves, so I've sent her an email kind of outlining a little bit about what it involves, but also we're in communication, so I'm having her look at it, and then I'm having her give me a price as to what she would do. She does do WordPress. She has her own business. She's a photographer that she even travels as. So she is not interested in, working for Sky Valley. But depending on, all the information I sent her as to what I'd like her help with, she'll send me a price, and then I'll present that. If you all allow me to go that far with her, is there some funds from city marketing or somewhere to have an extra person besides the Lawsons to come in and help us get the rest of that finished? So I'll let you answer that. Don't everybody speak at once.
Yeah, Jason, is that okay?
Well, look at
I
me.
mean,
Jim.
I will say that we do pay the Lawsons a small maintenance retainer fee every month that comes out of the general fund. So they are able to do some very basic things, calendar updates, but they can get a little pricey if we're talking about continuing to build stuff there. So that would be great if somebody has the experience and the know-how and the time that can really pretty it up. I can go in and do basic uploads to PDFs and things like that, but things I can kind of just do real quick. But yeah, some of that stuff, it's kind of above my know-how.
Well, she's a creative person, which is helpful. Having the skills is great, but being creative with them is also an added thing. And I'll just, once I get something final with her as to what she would actually charge us to do these things, then I'll let you know.
Yeah, thank you.
Great.
Thanks, Jamie. Thank you. Okay, you're up again, Ford Raven Marketing Board Meeting report, Jamie.
Just continue the same. The budget was cut, so we are cutting back on some of the media that maybe didn't provide the biggest return. But they do so much media that I don't think this is going to impact a whole lot. We were talking, Jason sent out the thing about the sports, doing a sports pay advertisement in the Hawks program. And Forward Raven does do work with a sports advertiser. And this season and continuously, it's been since last year or beyond, we will advertise Forward Raven will in the Bulldogs, the Braves, the Hawks publications, all of their programs are their home programs. So that covers quite a lot. And because the Braves and the Bulldogs have become champions, then they are doing more like memorable, what do you call them? Things that you keep, magazines that you keep. So we're included in those. So that's a big thing. They are wonderful to work with. You know, if I need help on something, I can call down there, and they really are wonderful to work with. But do, you know, a lot of advertising that you wouldn't even think of. We're up and again, Southern Living and Good Housekeeping, regional, and quite a few national travel magazines. So Rabun County is really out there. That's about it.
Thanks, Jamie. Next item is the storage site for photographer Steve Denberg's photos and videos. Jason, can you maybe talk a little bit what Steve sent to you and so forth, and status of that, please?
I can. I know that as he has been taking photos, I know for a while it seems like there were several emails. The link sometimes will be broken. And I think there was a suggestion that maybe he could compile all of his photos onto one centralized item. And Steve, I guess maybe about a month ago, he dropped off a large portable driver.
That'd be me.
Yeah. Well, I have it up here. If anybody wants to access these photos, it's my understanding that pretty much every photo he has taken from the beginning up to the time that he downloaded photos to this external drive are here. So again, they're here if anybody wants to come and bring your laptop or whatever and look through them. I've been told there's a lot there. I really haven't looked at it, but it's here if anybody wants to come access it.
And there's no way for that bank of photographs to be available for the marketing committee or how we need it to access it remotely. You have to
Well, I
come
mean,
there.
it's I'm sure they could be uploaded to the website. I mean, I don't know how much storage is. This is a 2 terabyte drive. So again, it's, you know, photos are one of those things where once somebody loves one, somebody doesn't like it. But yeah, I mean, it's this is the way that it was given to us, and yeah, I'm sure they can be uploaded. It's just getting it done.
Yeah, hey, Jamie and everybody, that's there's a lot of photos and videos certainly. And when I was up there and talking to Jason, you know, we got to get somebody to go through them. Certainly we can uplift them. We don't need them all because there's going to be, but it's not really. Steve takes the pictures and then he lets other people decide on what we need, what looks good. So we just need to have somebody go through them, you know, and look at them. If it's that new person that we, you know, eventually hire or whoever, where they can look at them and just delete. But then also we want to categorize each one and say, okay, here you go. Here's from the fall. Here's from the winter. Here's golf. Here's the July 4th stuff. Anything like that, pickleball, you know, croquet, all that type of stuff. So it's all ready to go. So when we need a picture, we can go and we can say, okay, here's our picture. Here's 50 pictures of fall or 25 or whatever. And here's 50 of croquet. And that type of stuff. So that needs to be done. And it's really not going to be that hard when somebody can just lay it out and look at it. Granted, it's a lot of pictures. And then we're just going to make it easy so we don't have this problem in the past that, you know, Steve's just going to do another disc when he gets more on there, and we'll just, again, just bring it up there and add to that. Now, once we get through with, you know, taking the pictures, you know, later this year or after hopefully a nice snow next year, then, you know, we will have plenty of stuff. So it's not like it's going to be an ongoing process. It just needs to be categorized and some pictures deleted and go from there, which, you know, it's going to take time at first, but it's just, you know, it's going to be great once we have them. And then I'm sure that person who's, again, smarter than myself on how to do all that, to where anybody can see them, and make it simple for the marketing committee or whoever to take out a picture and put it in an ad and go from there. So that's just the easiest way to do it, to keep it from going to a third party that Steve had done before, to say, okay, we're not going to make that mistake again. We're going to just have everything and just send it to you guys. It's your property and you can do with it what you want to. But once you get it done, it's going to be fantastic. So that's where you're going to have to just look at it.
Jason, I may, excuse me, one more thing. I may come and either borrow that, bring it back here, work with it, or bring something and download so that I can use them with the website.
Okay.
It better and easier to get to. So if you don't mind if I borrow that and bring it here and try to download them on something I have, then I'll bring it back.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I guess, Jason, at this time, we were talking about the Lawson Group. What we really want,
Yeah, maybe we need a,
Davis was talking about, we need a site that we have that is accessible, which we categorize it all, and then with a passcode or all, that everyone has access to it. And Jason, have you had a chance to talk to Lawson Group? I know about possibly doing this, a simple site where we could put this together.
No, I have not. I mean, that's something that, you're talking about another website or?
Oh, I'm just talking about a site. You'd have a site that would be that we could visit, that all these photos, videos could be, I guess, could be stored, and then that be part of the city, and we thought maybe part of the website. I'm not sure how you would do it. I need something that's access.
How
Go
big
ahead.
is our budget? Everything is based on money. And
Sure,
if you take
sure it
up
is.
space to put on a website, you're taking up space away from something else on the website. So be careful when you say you want to upload them to the website.
Open suggestions, how we can have access to it. That'd be easily for the marketing committee. Example, we want to do publications, and how do we get access to it easily without sending all the files? So
Well,
I'm absolutely open. I know we have a need. How do we solve the need, I guess?
I suggest that you share it off of one laptop and have everybody show up at one site and show those on an LCD projector, and let the committee decide what are the responsible pictures to keep and videos to keep. And that way you can alleviate having a whole hard drive eaten up with 2 terabytes of data. So the best pictures are the ones you want to keep. The best videos are the best ones you want to keep. Those are the important things. And I would think you would want a communications committee who make up the pictures and the data that goes into the ads from this committee to be a part of that. And I would show them in one location through the laptop and the LCD projector up on the wall, and let everybody vote where they want to keep the pictures, videos, or not.
Interesting comments on it. What do you do for future as we go along and we add? An idea is, as we get additional photos that come in from private citizens that want to add something? How do we continue to update, change it and so forth?
You're going to be limited by how much bigger your budget gets. You have to buy that space on the internet somewhere. So it's not free. There's no place free. And if you put it on our website, you got to add space to our website, which costs money. As former director of technology, I can assure you, one of the things you want to look at is efficiency of your website. How well do you communicate what you want to communicate? But then you have to have a way to limit some of these things. You can't have an open-ended database. You can't just say, we're going to add whenever we want to add forever. It costs too much money that way.
Comments from the committee? Because I think this is really important as we step forward, storing this easy access to it. Jamie?
Yeah, I think we need a first, before we worry about our website, we need to have a place where we can work on this, and whether it's in a meeting room with a screen, or whether it's a site where we all have access to this, that's the first thing. But I do think that it's people on the committee who have the knowledge of Sky Valley that ought to be doing this, and not an employee. Then after we've got it cut down, then it would be the time to address how do we link that to the website, and how big should what links to the website be relative to the whole inventory of photos. Eventually, I think it would be nice to have examples of the pictures accessible on the website, but not so much that it slows down the website or costs us more money. I think we can have it both ways, but yeah, I think Jamie's idea of, getting a hold of it, seeing what's there, if we can put it on one computer and then shoot it on a screen, I'll show up for that.
Even computers are limited with storage, and
Yeah.
Steve's photos are large. I discovered that when working on this last ad that we did. They were hard to send to the publisher at Mountain Traveler magazine because they were so large. So I had to I had to actually send them to Dropbox and send her an invitation from my Dropbox for her to access the photos. So I think, there is a place on our website for a gallery of photos. And what I'd like to do is just take that, and for now, just get some photos in our gallery, a variety of photos in our gallery. I don't think we need to download them all to a computer, because you're going to run out of space there. I don't think we need to download them to our website. I just think we need to have access so that we can go in and change them out from time to time, and just rotate them around. But, the hard drive, the external hard drive is a pretty good place to put it right now while we're figuring everything else. But I don't know if we need another committee to work that much on it. We just need access to some photos so that we can put them in that gallery on our website and be able to rotate them around from time to time.
Jamie,
That's my thoughts.
sure, I love this thought. We're talking about Steve's going to be updating more photos and obviously more videos. And we want to update. That's the whole idea for the seasons. So how would we vote? Do we have to each have a site each time he sends it in? Or can that all be put into that same, let's say, hard drive so that we can look at it? Is that possible? Again, I don't have the tech knowledge of that. If we could add that all into that hard drive for the fine diem and then limit it down, okay. Somewhere where it would go, and then we, instead of having all these different sites, I want to have like I was trying to get involved in this publications. I had to send 2 or 3 different sites trying to identify the photos we want. So I like it to be sent to one. If that hard drive could all of be sent to a hard drive, and then we could pare it down. I like that, Jamie.
And remember, your videos are your biggest thing on that drive. The only reason he had to send that drive and
Yeah.
not send the pictures across the internet is because of the videos. The videos were what, you know, but you got to have them. You can't have 2 seconds of video. So, you know,
No.
you got to have at least 30 seconds of video in order to really get your message across. So if you can narrow those and cut some of those out, which are certainly fine, he's got some really nice ones in there. But, you know, just come up with your plan. And that's what I'm saying. Once you finish a little bit, you know, with what we've got to do the rest of the year, you know, fall and winter, then, you know, he'll be done. You'll have more than enough than what you'll need. And so again, it's going to take a little bit of effort to begin with, but then once that, you'll be fine and no problem. So.
Jamie, Ed, again, a committee, I'm more than happy to get involved and, you know, review them, and possibly there's someone we can get rid of immediately, say just we're not interested. Do you have time to do that, or you just want to look at it initially? Jamie?
I have time to help set it all up, but I'm not a critic of art.
Yes.
My wife has taught me I'm not allowed to be a critic of what pictures are art.
Well, Ed, if you could help us set it up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think the hard
Yeah.
drive that Jason
That is
has,
so
the
funny.
external hard drive, that is I can pick that up. I can
Yeah.
sit it right here, plug it into my computer, and I can access it.
How
I
much of
mean, I
that,
don't need anything.
yeah, how much of that 2 terabyte drive has been used by the pictures and videos? Do we know?
I don't know.
So that's the first question for you, Jamie, is to look at how much space has been taken and then start ferreting out, selecting pictures and organizing them by summer, winter, spring, and fall, and then by golf, by activities, so forth. I think that's where you start, and then you start ferreting some of them down as you can.
That's what, I mean, I can organize them on that hard drive. I mean, you just organize them right there. You put them
Okay,
in
good.
folders. So that's pretty simple to do.
Okay,
The only thing is my time's kind of running out because I'm going out of town and I'll be gone most of September. So it'll be as I can work on it, you know, for September. We'll be back in October, but so it won't be like it's going to happen tomorrow because I just don't have time right now to do that.
Right.
we've held off on our vacation till September as well. Had plenty to do this summer, so
Yeah.
I'd be glad to help
Good.
after the middle of September, after the 15th to 20th. I'll be happy to help out.
So, well, we
Excellent.
have a plan now. We've got that on the hard drive and we know what the next step
And
is.
Thank
I'd
you.
like to be involved with it too, reviewing it.
Okay.
I just asked Steve, how much, if he remembers how much is left on the drive, so.
Okay,
Maybe.
Okay.
that's a good starting point.
That's a good starting point. All right,
I
very
mean,
good.
two terabytes is absolutely huge. There's
It
probably a lot of space left.
Yeah,
His videos are big, so if we find that we don't need or won't ever use some, you know, we could get rid of those. But,
Fantastic, yeah.
you know, you can have thousands upon thousands of photos on my computer right here. So, and it doesn't, you know, I haven't run out of space yet, so.
Fantastic, very good. Thank you. That's a start. All right, next item is the fall edition of North Georgia Vacation Guide and Mountain Magazine. Have you all had a chance to look at it, the ad?
Yeah.
Just a little background on it. This was an updated ad from last year, and talking to the publisher, they were looking at, could we update the photos and could we update the wording a little bit to reflect the season? And asked Jamie to get involved, and she just charged into it. And Jamie, you can tell us just what you did and so forth. And yeah, I know you spent a lot of time on it. We're talking about it, but the ad really looks great. Jamie?
Well, thank you. I think that it's improved just because the photos are brighter and are kind of, you know, a little more eye-catching. Changed the wording. So the beginning of our wording part starts with live, work, and play. And then it ends with come for a visit, stay for a lifetime. And then in between it says what we will offer: golf, public championship, public-private championship course, pickleball, all those things that we offer that we could get in that space. So I think it looks good. We do have a block in it that says Fall Fest and has the date for it and the Dahlia celebration. Those are dated. So, so, Doug, for you to use it, I have asked CJ at Forward Raven if she could take that without having the program and put another photo in there for me. I don't know if she can do it without, having the publisher's the PDF or whatever she uses, Adobe, I think. So I'm going to try to get that after fall. This Mountain Traveler is a Northeast Georgia thing, and it really is good to have that in there for this season. But after that, I'm gonna see if I can get that photo changed out to something that's just generic and can be used, for a while.
Good job.
Looks great.
Thank you.
As the art critic says.
I appreciate that coming from Ed.
Oh yeah, Ed's the art critic. Now we know.
I'm not allowed to be an art critic.
You just were.
I am a chauffeur.
But the mayor's not on, so you can be a critic today. See?
Yeah, thank God she's already gone.
I do want to say, Jamie spent a lot of time on it. You go back and forth, trying to select the right photos, and some are right, and you try to make it updated. And thank you for Steve. I mean, that really, the idea that we want to do is keep things updated, fresh. And we also have the Mountain Traveler magazine coming up. And if anyone would be interested, I don't know if Jamie, you're available or not, we have that up. Mountain Traveler is another similar magazine, and we want to update that ad from last year. So that's due by the end of the month. So if anyone's interested in helping out the committee, Roberta, Jamie, is again looking at it, rewriting it, maybe similar to the Vacation Buy, but that'll be coming up in a couple of days. So if you're interested,
you sent me the email from Tony, I think, Penrose. And I looked at it quickly, and I'll be happy to just, we could use that same wording.
Yes.
Keep it the same, and then just change out a couple of photos. Maybe that's all we need to do with that. What do you think?
I absolutely agree with that. Yes. It would be for the fall, same thing. Yes, I think it'd be excellent. Thank you. If you can look at it. And Roberta, if you want to be involved, you seem to have Techo, if you want to get involved with it and help us out on that, would be great. Thank you, Jamie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you have time, Roberta, to take a peek at it as we?
I've been practicing to say no because there's so
I hear you.
much to do.
Yes.
But no, I would be happy to do that.
Just takes a moment, sometimes getting another eyesight on it, mindset on it, and these changes can be made quickly.
If Jamie wants to send that to me, I'd be more than happy to look over it. Absolutely.
Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that.
I'll do that.
Over. Okay, we're going along here.
Thank you, Roberta.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Oh, it's a twisting there. Yes. All right. We're talking about budget. I think you're updated. Marketing budget. The marketing budget was updated. The city council went ahead and approved the changes. So that at this point, have you had a chance to look at it? So essentially, what they were saying with the amendment that we can change what line items that were on our budget and change it, but we cannot exceed the initial appropriation amount of the budget. But if there's some item we find that's been more important, we can change it. So at the end of the year, essentially, if there's one item we think is more important than the other, we can change it with justification within the committee. So that was great. Any questions on that at all in terms of the budget? No impact in terms of total dollar amounts, just we can move it around as we see the importance of it, of items that come up. I thought it was a very good move. Okay, Sky Valley stickers. Jamie, I
They're in
know,
a meeting right now. If you-
sorry. Jamie, you're a Sky Valley sticker. I know you're on the agenda quite a bit. Just tell us briefly what you did and where the stickers are, please.
I kind of mentioned that before.
Yes.
Forward Raven agreed to pay for 500 again. So Habitat printed them for us and got them printed in time to go in the bags. They were put in each one of the welcome bags for both golf groups. And then a big stack is left at the pro shop and the remainder are at the city. And there's probably at least 200 or so at the city. Jason, I handed you, I can't remember, but we should be good for a while since that was 500. I think we've got plenty. So people can pick them up either at the city or the pro shop.
Do we advertise that or put it in the city, Jason, maybe in a publication?
There's a posting on the city website. There's a posting on the Sky Valley City Facebook page and the Visit Sky Valley Facebook page. So we have gotten the word out.
Okay, great.
And they're out front. So if somebody comes in, we have a little table there. So of course, I always try to have one available if somebody wants one. So
Hey,
just come get it.
very good. Again, Jamie, thank you for that. And we're going on to the Sky Valley webcam. Set up a system to check that the webcam is operating. And probably all of know are aware that our webcam was down and for a time. And I understand I periodically check on it since I'm out of town many times. And apparently it was a week and a half. And there, at this point, some people within Citizens got very upset that apparently the webcam was down and there was no one aware of it. But we immediately, when we were aware of the problem, I contacted the city. Initially, Jason contacted me and I talked to the people at our server, and we found the problem was that there was a power adapter at the club and somehow that unplugged. And when they put back the power adapter, and the power adapter essentially something provides power to the internet cable and it goes up into the cable. And that's simply just someone unplugged it, it fell off, they plugged it into the outlet and magically everything worked. But unfortunately, it was a period of time that it was down. And so our mayor asked that we come up with a system to monitor it to make sure that the webcam is operating. And so open discussion, Jim, Jim Curtis and I talked a little bit about it. Maybe Jim, you can say our discussions and possibly solutions to monitor it, ensure, make sure that the webcam is operating.
Well, I think the ultimate outcome of that was that Gordon volunteered to monitor it to comply with the mayor's request. The fact is that it was the guy when Mr. Poinkowski sent the scorching letter about spending public funds and the thing was broken and nobody was monitoring it. It's sort of like he was trying to have it both ways. He wanted to get it fixed, but he didn't feel it was part of his responsibility to report it was broken. And I know in the city, a lot of times we rely on citizen tips and to figure out where the roadside drainage needs work, or when we have a leak in the water system. Sharp-eyed citizens call that in pretty quick. Citizens that report that, and I think still we're going to be dependent on citizens to let us know when the thing isn't working. But it seems like this is a one-time thing. I don't know how likely it is to happen again, but we'll take a little time and try and monitor it.
I was just gonna,
I'm sorry, go ahead, Jason.
I was just gonna add that I did think the gentleman, when he let us know that the camera was down, I've tried to make a mental note to check it at least every other day, or sometimes more. It crosses my mind, but I think one of the biggest things that kind of had the downtime was it was such a unique thing, just trying to get a hold of the right person at the club to get it back up and going. That probably took more time than actually it was down, or the majority of the time that it was down, I think was probably just trying to find that out. But now moving forward, if it does go down, we have we know who to call. And so hopefully if it does go down again, somebody will let us know, or we'll get it back up.
Just for my clarification, who is a person at the club that you contact, Jason?
I want to say it was Mr. Becker, I believe.
Okay.
Gordon, I know we reached out to several people, but I think his name's Chris.
Clark?
And then, yeah, he was not even aware that it was there. And then I think Zane, I believe, is no longer there. And then Marisol, I believe was her name.
Yes.
I don't think she knew anything about it. It was just, again, it's just finding the issue and getting it rebooted.
Okay. So
yeah.
are you telling me that we really don't have a specific person or a chain to go through? I mean, is that I can facilitate that. I can talk with the club and get back to you.
It seems like Howard was the one that maybe we reached out to, or Gordon reached out to. I know we reached out to 2 or 3 people at the club, and again, I think it was just a simple thing. I didn't know it was here, or we knew it was here, but nobody knew where it was plugged in. But it's on everybody's radar now, and I think moving forward, again, if it goes down, but yeah, anybody that wants to, if you see it go down, please call the club. I mean, we'll be glad to do it, but if you see something, say something, I guess. But anyway,
well, I will get clarification on kind of the chain to go through if it happens again, that you have a contact person.
Robert, I did talk to Howard, and the specific person is Marisol. She is the contact, and she is the contact. I actually went over there.
Okay, it would be nice to have a backup too if Marisol is not available or that, but I will.
It's very good. Yes. In terms of what the recommendation from the mayor is, I will on a weekly basis check on it, and to see that it's operating, so we don't have long term. And if we have this others, and then if there's something issue, Marisol is not involved, then contact me, and I have contacts with obviously the people who set up the webcam. If something's beyond the internet, in this case, fortunately it was that, but if something else is going on, I'll be the contact. And I suggested it doing it, get hold of me in this terms, if something doesn't work out at the club level. And of course, Jason has that number now, but I know a couple of contacts at the provider and their cell phone numbers. So we'll go from there.
Okay,
great. Makes sense does that make sense? So I'll follow up for the month. I told Jim, I did know this is wonderful discussion, that if the citizens of Jim is that if they call to the city, and the city, or they could call me, but it sounds like, Jason, you don't have a problem. You sound to be on top of it, so that I don't have to be that contact in terms of the initial contact if it's down. Jason?
Yeah.
Okay. Jim, do you have any issues with that or what in terms of?
No, I like the idea of, Marisol's a contact at the club because she's an employee there. So she's there during regular business hours. The city is easy to get in touch with. I think we've got a solution.
Great. And Jason, feel free to contact or call me anytime. My cell phone, if it's beyond it spills out. We don't want obviously the webcam be down a week. So if there's any way we can do it, I'll get involved anytime on that. So it doesn't, typically the chance of it happening, we only had it happen once in almost 2 years. So it's not going to recur a lot, right? This is not a recurring problem. Hopefully. So if something comes up, I'll certainly jump on it.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you for discussion. Okay, we're heading up here, Sky Valley Hay Bale Trail. This is something, I haven't seen publications coming up, but talking to that understand the hay bale is going to be at the same time as October. That's right, October the 15th, if I'm right. And I guess I think it's a big deal. I think this is something that can draw a lot of people in. I love the hay bale trail. It's interesting. And how do we promote it more? And of course, we want to have our marketing. We have a marketing committee. We had the contest last year, and I think it turned out well. And I truly support it. We put in $700 for a budget this year, so we could really come up with something special. So just talk about it. Ideas that you might have within a marketing committee for a hay bale contest. I haven't seen the details from the city, but I really like the marketing committee to jump on this and come up with some creative ideas for our entry into it.
I can
Go ahead.
comment if that's okay. I did speak with Mayor Holly about this. In fact, she said the other day, we've got to get together. Last year, it kind of began with myself, Jerry, and the mayor, kind of devise a list, locations. We are anticipating it to be bigger than ever. I think we actually had about 30 participants last year. We actually had some people that wanted to participate, and I think we kind of had to limit that, but that is on the radar.
Great.
We are, in fact, I'm fixing to have to leave here in a minute to go to a meeting. I'll be seeing the mayor. But we did speak the other day, and she said we've got to get on the hay bale. So it is on the radar, and we should be meeting. We're getting about that time of year where we need to start planning on it, and we will be getting together and making that happen.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And think about committee, what our entry will be. So creative juice is what will come up on that. Yes. Thank you, Jason. Alrighty, Fall Fest. What should we be doing on Fall Fest? That's coming up. Ed, you can tell a bit about it. And in terms of Fall Fest, lots going to be happening. What can the marketing committee do at this time?
Fall Fest is important to Sky Valley, and it's happening again this year, thank goodness. The mayor spoke this morning early with Ken Walton, and Mr. Walton is ordering some t-shirts, and Holly's helping design some pieces of the t-shirt and that kind of thing. And he's also wanting to set up some kind of an evaluation committee for people to submit designs and so forth. So it's well along the way. I know the Special Projects Committee is meeting about it, and Bruce Turner and Ken and all the group have been planning along the way, and they've got vendors selected and scheduled, and it looks like it's a going thing for October 15th, I believe, on that Saturday.
Is there anything what can we do in the marketing committee and to help on this, promoting it at this point?
I think you need to be in touch with the chairman, Bruce Turner, and with Ken Walton. They're both integral in planning all the events that are going to surround Fall Fest. But it looks like if we have great weather, it's going to be a super day in Sky Valley again.
Fantastic. Good. Any comments on it, committee? Great. Okay. I'll follow up again with Bruce, and I've talked to him originally, and again, Ken. Great. All right. We're going to be getting at the end here. Next meeting day is September 29th. Does that date work for you? Thursday, the last Thursday of the month? Is that okay in terms of dates?
I think it is for me.
Great for
Okay.
me.
All right,
We
great.
we
All right.
leave again somewhere around there, but if I have to miss, if it works for everybody.
All right, we'll set it up for the 29th and for the minutes.
Okay.
And then I guess any other items we need to cover? Again,
Thank you.
thank you. And I want, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I make a
So
motion to
moved.
adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Very good, say aye.
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 Very good. Thank you, committee.
Have a great day.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you, Gordon.
Thank you.
Good to
Thank
see you
you.
all.
Thank you. Bye.